Hey guys, this is Tauna. Today we're here to talk about the Marvel Secret Lairs that are coming out today. We've got these amazing new Secret Lairs, so many, amazing characters from Marvel going to be shown for the first time within the Magic the Gathering kind of ecosystem. We've got, various different ones from 5 different new characters that are all mechanically unique. We've got Captain America, we've got Iron Man, we've got... Wait. Oh! They're all sold out. So we're going to be talking about them, but we're going to be talking about the fact that these are all sold out within, I believe it was 4-5 hours of them first coming out. These are all mechanically unique, new to Magic the Gathering cards that are all essentially, really great, sought after cards from anyone who loves, Marvel and Magic. Or even if you just love Marvel, there are people who are going to be getting them. If you love Magic but like the effects of them, you could give it or take Marvel, then you would still potentially be after them. And honestly, this experience was absolutely awful. I will start off by saying that I did not take part. These come out at 4 a.m. my time, and given the price and the headaches involved with trying to get your own copies of them, I gave up and decided not to. However, I'll have a special secret for you guys later on as to how I actually have the Marvel Secret Lairs already. So, having a look at them, let's talk about what they are first up, and then we'll talk about what the issue was. So these were all a group of 5 different Secret Lair cards for each of the new Marvel characters. These were completely mechanically unique. They've never been seen within Magic the Gathering. They're not like, reskins of other creatures or anything. They are completely new. So we had Black Panther here with creating tokens and giving +1s to your lands and stuff. We've got Captain America based around equipment and throwing his equipment at people and all that kind of stuff. Iron Man being like a artifact / kind of treasury kind of deck. We've got Marvel Storm as a storm spell slinger. There's so many different ways you could build Storm that, I love seeing people's Storms decks. And then finally, we've got Wolverine here. So Wolverine being a fight deck, or at least that's the way I like building him. But, there's people who are building him Voltron, building him Fight, building him all kinds of different ways. So these, again, were all completely new in regards to what the kind of face commander was, and they were like commander starter kits, essentially. If you got these 5 cards, these kind of helped you start off with building a Black Panther deck, because you had, cards that you really want for it, and cards that kind of synergize well with him, and cards that, you essentially were able to start off a Black Panther deck because of this. However, let's go over to here. This is where they announced, hey, in 15 minutes it's going to go live. This was 6 hours ago. So it was 3:45 my time, so 4 a.m. my time. So then we had some technical issues. So people weren't actually able to get on, and it was like crashing and stuff as they're waiting in line 15 minutes after it went live, because, so many people wanted to get it, right? Like, these are probably one of the most sought after Secret Lairs of all time. I think I'm fair to say that this is going to be one of the most sought after Secret Lairs of all time, because it's not sought after by just the Magic people, but sought after by, the Marvel people as well. The people who do both. Marvel's this one of the biggest media franchises of all time, whether you're looking at the comics or the movies or stuff. So then they had the issues, they fixed them up and stuff, and then there was still currently some issues with fluctuating wait times and everything. Now, during this time here, there were people, and if we head on over to Reddit, actually, we'll see if it was at the top of the normal Magic Reddit. I can't find if it was at the top of the normal Magic Reddit or not. They essentially, if you had the direct link, then you were able to just go in and purchase it. So there was people who were able to essentially skip the line because of having this link. I can't find it now. I don't know if they got buried because of that, or like because people didn't upvote it or whatever, but you had a link that you were able to click, and then you were able to skip the queue. So then within you know, this was what, 2 hours later? 2 hours later, we had the sellout of 2.5 hours after it launched, the sellout of the Arcane Signet, which was the promo card. And then slowly but surely, every single other one of these sold out. I believe Storm was the first one to go, then Iron Man, and then Cap, then Black Panther, then Wolverine. I think it was in that order. This is 6.5 hours later that we're looking at this, and they're all completely sold out. I'm looking at it now, but if you look at this, it was actually sold out 5 hours after it went live. In both the EU and US now, there is still some stock in the UK if you wanted to get it. But this is just so freaking awful. So the reason this is happening, and the reason, you know, that we've talked about it before, and like I've explained it before, is essentially back at the start of the year, so this is January 2nd, they announced that to expedite shipping and reduce wait times for people receiving some of the wildest treatments in Magic, Secret Lair is shifting from a print to demand model. So that was previously where you would essentially go in, you put your order in, and then they print out however many people had put orders in for. They still do this, and so they still have the capability of doing this, right? Like, if you have a look at the Extra Life one, so the charity ones, they do it for the charity ones, where I can still go and purchase this, and then once I purchase it, it will come to me in the mail, and I've supported it, and I managed to get it, and, you know, everyone's happy. They're happy, they got their money, the charity's happy because they got their money, and, you know, I'm happy because I get my awesome Secret Lair. But we don't have that with the Marvel one. Instead, they decided to continue on with this awful limited print run, which is where they say to their printers, hey, print 2,000 copies or whatever. And then they go, they print those 2,000 copies, and that's it. It is finished. There is no more beyond that. Once those are sold out, it is sold out. Practically speaking, that means that some products may sell out before their end date. Let's have a look at the Camp Super Drop. So this one here as well. You've still got some of them up here, which is great. The big bundles and stuff are sold out. You got the Hasune Miku stuff sold out. The Peach Momoko stuff sold out. You know, so there's still some there from these kind of drops that are still available, which is great when they have enough. But when you're looking at something like Marvel, which has just such a huge amount of people that want to get it, good luck. Even the D&D one, oh, this is only showing the dice. Why is that only showing the dice for that? There was like the D&D ones there with like Astarion and stuff. And then they all sold out really quickly too. So if we go and have a look at Marvel, what is it? What's it actually called? So I can Google it. Marvel Super Drop on eBay right now. Oh, look. Price and postage lowest first. We've got someone here selling the Iron Man one. So keep in mind that obviously, you know, this is inflated because Australian prices and everything. Actually, if I go, let's just go to the American site. Just so that way we can compare directly. Marvel Super Drop. Just look at the ridiculousness. The scalpers are just able to get it. That's the other issue. It's just scalping is, if they didn't have this stuff, like this stupid print to demand, then scalping wouldn't be as much of an issue. People would be able to get it if they wanted to. People would be able to support the, you know, charity and stuff, and, well, not charities, just be able to support Wizards directly and stuff. So this is why I don't feel bad about telling you guys, and, you know, I would honestly almost suggest that you end up just proxying these if you are not able to get them in a different fashion. So my kind of philosophy has always been that I want to build the proper decks, right? Like I will use the real cards for them. As you can see here, this is my Wolverine deck ready to go. It's obviously, you know, not sorted or anything like that, but these are all the real cards for it that I've picked up from, you know, my LGS or stuff. The exception to this, and, you know, I've said it before, is always going to be Secret Lairs, or at least, you know, until they change it back so that it is not print to, you know, print to order, or sorry, print to whatever limited print run. Once they change it back to print to demand, my tune will 100% change, and I will say go grab them. Other than that, when it's something like this where they're selling out so quickly, and, you know, you may miss out on them because of that or anything. If you do miss out on them, or, you know, if you just don't happen to be in the right time zone or whatever, then I would 100%, you know, suggest this. These have just come in today for me, so I'm able to use them. I double checked, you know, that they look great and everything like that. I will say that I specifically do get the borders around them because I like the idea of like the look of the full borderless card, but with the black border still, so it matches everything. So going through, you know, we've got my Captain America here. We've got my Black Panther. We've got Storm there, which is the one that I'm probably most excited to build. Wolverine, which is the one that I showed you guys. Like the deck is sitting there ready to kind of go for him. I got to just sort through the cards, and then the Iron Man. So personally, as I said, you know, I'm a kind of a big fan of a lot of the stuff that Wizards done. And, you know, they're not going to be confused for real cards. They've got the backing here. I'm not using them to, you know, try and fool anyone. These aren't counterfeits or anything. They're clearly kind of proxied. And, you know, I think there's a couple things that, like, I don't like the fact that if I do this, then the actual artists miss out on money and stuff like that. And, you know, personally, I'm not a big fan of the fact that Wizards also misses out on money, but Wizards is also doing it in the way that they wouldn't have got my money anyway. So these are things that I would have personally gone and got anyway, unless it was actually available to be able to do. So I don't know. I just want to kind of show you guys these. I'm pretty happy with the way they've turned out and everything. This is using a company over here in Australia called ePrint. I've done a video on it in the past and stuff, but I'm incredibly excited about this. As a huge kind of Marvel fanboy, it makes me kind of insanely disappointed as to the way the whole thing was handled with these Secret Lairs. It's I think it's almost I would say it's almost the worst Secret Lair. I think that this was potentially even worse than the actual Cats and Dogs, the Raining Cats and Dogs one, which was just as bad. And that's the only other thing that I've got kind of, I can't see it at the moment, proxied up, because that was proxied up for my wife because she absolutely loves Cats and Dogs. And yeah, I'm very happy about these though. And just disappointed that, you know, maybe I'll pick up the real thing once they add them into the actual set or something down the line. I'll grab the real thing and replace these or something. I don't know. I'll decide that when it happens and when it's relevant. But overall, let me know what you guys think. That didn't go nearly as smoothly as I want. Just imagine I went like this and they all came out. Have a great day and goodbye.